Oh, wow. Wow, that exploded. Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. The wait is finally over. The F-106A Delta Dart is finally in War Thunder now that the event is, well, in its final stage or already over, as many of us already have unlocked the F-106. This is one hell of a plane. Well, first of all, it is one very snazzy looking plane. This is awesome and exactly the sort of stuff many players have been asking for. It is one epic fighter jet. So today we're going to give you a full review of this plane, basically based on my first thoughts, because it's only been out for about 24 hours as of recording this. But I've had some games in that time, obviously. Some good, some bad, as you know, you come to expect. And I will warn you, this is at 9.3, which is still a little low for what a lot of people were expecting, especially when you look at the stats of this thing. It is 9.3, but I'm still not that good at it. I'm not very good at any higher tiered aircraft, and the F-106 is unfortunately not really an exception, but it is still an awesome plane. The capability and potential you have with this is unmatched. This makes a lot of planes at 9.3 suddenly look quite timid and a little bit afraid when stacked up against this monster. So the F-106, one hell of a plane. First of all, I just want to thank War Thunder. I think we should all give War Thunder a round of applause for actually adding a plane people are asking for. The F-106 has been on people's wish list for literally years. A lot of people were expecting to get this a long time ago. I don't know why we got this after planes like the F-16, the F-15, the F-18. I mean, you'd hope that War Thunder would progress up in its tiers in order, but no, they kind of skipped planes like the F-106, which makes no sense whatsoever. Should it have been in the tech tree rather than an event? Maybe. I feel like the Delta Dagger, the F-102, probably would have made a better event because that's going to struggle to fit into the tech tree a little bit more. Please don't just not add that one to the game. I'm pretty sure you could make something work with the missiles if you give it the same missiles as this thing. More on that in a moment. Anyways, here it is. So what's it like? Well, it's very good. In fact, let's run it down with its stats, compare it to something else at 9.3, the Super Sabre. Now, immediately comparing it to the Super Sabre, it might look like the Super Sabre doesn't really have anything going for it. I mean, just on paper, it is, first of all, way slower. I mean, the Super Sabre goes at 890 miles an hour. It's quite a respectable speed for 9.3. The F-106, 1,346 miles an hour. It's got roughly a 300 mile an hour speed advantage over the Super Sabre, which sounds ridiculous when you think about it. But you have to consider, rarely in a War Thunder match are you actually going to be flying at 1,300 miles an hour. In fact, I'd be surprised if you ever managed to do that in a live game. It's one of the reasons why modern aircraft, like for example the F-35, are slower than older planes like the F-4 Phantom. Because, yeah, it's great having a plane that can go 1,500 miles an hour, but as I just said, you're almost never going to be doing that. So it's kind of a waste of, you know, development and sacrificing other positive attributes of a plane just to go really fast, which is why planes like the F-35 can only go at about 1,100 to 1,200. But anyways, enough of that. I was slightly getting sidetracked there. Turn time, 28 seconds. It is a delta wing plane. It does have some pretty sharp turning capabilities, but we're going to put an asterisk by that because it's not all that black and white. But again, compare it to the Super Sabre, 40 seconds. Yes, the Delta Dart is going to outturn a Super Sabre. Rate of climb, 105 meters a second, which is great for a 9.3 aircraft, but compare it to the Delta Dart, 198.1. It's got nearly double the rate of climb, which is absolutely insane. This plane is state-of-the-art in every sense of the word. It is absolutely awesome. It's also worth noting that this is the 1972 refit of the Delta Dart. The original did actually come out in the 50s, which is kind of insane when you compare it to its predecessor, the F-102, which was only a couple years before that. But the main difference is this one gets some new heads-up display for the pilot, slightly altered canopy, and it gets the ability to carry a gun, because the original 106s didn't actually have one. I also want to say that War Thunder seems to call this the F-106A 6-shooter, presumably because the gun is a 6-barreled rotary cannon in the form of a Vulcan. I couldn't find anywhere online or in books any mention of a 6-shooter. This plane is the Delta Dart. Everyone knows it as the Delta Dart. That is its official name. Who the hell was calling this the 6-shooter? I swear to God, if I hear anybody calling this the 6-shooter instead of the Delta Dart, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, this is the 70s. Almost every US Air Force plane had a 6-barreled rotary cannon. The Phantom had one, the F-16 had one, and so on. So, yeah, we're not calling this the 6-shooter. I just want to put it out there. But as I was saying, on paper, every single statistic of the Delta Dart is better than planes like the Super Sabre. And they're both at the same battle rating. Even other interceptors, because the Delta Dart is an interceptor, is not a dogfighter, despite it being, well, delta-winged. Even compared to other interceptors like the Lightning, it's basically almost as fast. It pretty much accelerates quicker, and it could turn better as well. So it makes the Lightning look a bit timid as well. It can also carry double the missiles of the Lightning, although apparently the F-106 could actually carry up to 6 missiles, not 4 that we have in game, so maybe that'll come as an alteration in the future. In other words, it is a scary plane for 9.3. I mean, compare it to other 9.3s besides the Super Sabre, the Starfighter, for example, the missile with a man in it, famous for going bloody fast. Well, the F-106 has a higher top speed. It can turn better. It doesn't climb quite as fast, but, well, when you compare what the F-104 is, it's no surprise that this thing is all about speed. I mean, look at it. It's literally a missile with a man in it. So, yeah. But, like I said, we're going to put an asterisk by that. It may be a Delta Wing aircraft, and it may have a good turn time. But, in my experience, turning absolutely kills the speed of this aircraft. You could say that about any plane, but really, turning, you have about one good turn in you, and then you're a sitting duck. Literally, you could be going at 800 miles an hour. One proper sharp turn, you could be down to 400. It is that bad. So, do not be tempted into dogfighting, and you're going to see that in some of the gameplay today. There is one instance where it happens, purely because I was kind of rage-baited by the person I was fighting. But, yeah, that's kind of it. Now we talk about the offensive armament. Now, the armament consists of the AIM-4, which is a new missile in-game, the AIM-4 Super Falcon. So, you have the AIM-4F and the AIM-4G. The G is infrared-guided, and that's the one I tend to be using. And the other one is radar-guided. Now, on paper, it seems alright because they have 27G maximum overload. So far, my missiles have been very, very inconsistent, as they tend to be, and arguably as it should be. Missiles should not be a reliable feature in this game because it just ruins gameplay, and yet these ones miss all the time. I guess it's in the name, isn't it? Missiles missing makes sense, but they're super short range, only 10 kilometers for both of them, which sounds like a lot, but no, it's really not a lot at all. They don't have a lot of fuel in, and most of that 10 kilometers is them gliding, and if you're not careful, most of the planes you're going to come up against are just going to outspeed you, and you're going to see that in some of the gameplay as well. You'll be behind an enemy aircraft, you're both accelerating really quickly, you fire a missile, and he just outruns it. Not even by maneuvering, he just keeps going, and the missile runs out of steam. That has happened a lot of times. You could choose the radar one, but with only a 10-kilometer launch range, you got quite a small window between locking on and firing your missile before it's too late and you have to switch to guns. So really, I'm just going to be rocking with the infrared missiles here, the M4Gs. And yes, I am taking drop tanks on, just because, style points. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at this. I'm waiting for more fantastic War Thunder Live skins to come out. Currently have this pretty nice one here, so shout out to the creator of this. But that's enough theory crafting in the hangar. I think you guys really want to see how this plane actually performs. So, into the first game. This is actually a replay rather than live gameplay. Don't worry, there will be live gameplay later on in the video. And straight away, you can see that the F-106 is quite popular. This is actually one of the less populated F-106 games at the moment. But, yeah, these things are everywhere. You can tell lots of people have just unlocked theirs because, well, it's everywhere. I mean, all throughout the team, there are F-106s galore. I mean, look at this. Half the team is F-106s. Half the enemy team is F-106s. But we are obviously going to be showcasing the gameplay of our own. So, yeah, straight away, you could see it is a fast plane. It is a popular plane. It is really everything that War Thunder is all about at the moment. This is just fantastic. And once again, shout out to War Thunder for actually making an event plane or just a new vehicle that, one, people wanted, and two, is actually unique. There's nothing like the F-106 in the game. There are no F-106s in other tech trees. It's a brand new plane for once. Thank you. Let's just hope we get more old planes like this, because this is really a 50s aircraft, or a late 50s, 60s aircraft. Yeah, more of this, please. Anyways, it's fast. Now, I'm actually going to be taking somewhat of a reserved approach at the beginning of this game. I'm not going to be diving in, because that is just how you die. Take advantage of distracted enemies. That's how you play this aircraft. It's how you play a lot of fighter aircraft. You don't want to be first in. You want to be going after enemies once the enemies have already found something else to go after. It sounds a bit selfish, because it kind of relies on your teammates. But, oh well. It's like the tactic that I found that makes this thing work, because like I said, I'm not very good at this battle rating. Even it's not top tier, it's only 9.3. Well, I say only, that's quite high for me, but like, I'm still not that good. There's a lot of BS missiles, and this plane does take some getting used to. It may have all the tools in the shed, but I'm usually like that guy to the left there, just getting absolutely annihilated. So, first things first, we're going to chase down this Su-25 Frogfoot, who is flaring, so I'm not going to use my missiles. I'm going to use my gun, and there you go. The Vulcan cannon making quick work of that Frogfoot. Now, we have a hunter chasing us. You can see him just to the right behind us there. But, well, we've opened the throttle, and there's no way that hunter will catch us, so he's gone after someone else. And, yeah, you can really get an idea of the speed, but you can also get an idea of just how much speed you shave off, even in a slight turn. I mean, look at that. We were at 800, and now we've gone down to 520. It really does lose speed quickly. Now, you're going to see gun gameplay and missile gameplay. We'll have to see how many kills I get of both. And as you can see, I'm just going to pause the replay here for a sec. It is a very cool feature on this plane. Rather than being slung under the aircraft, the missiles are mounted internally. I mean, look at this. You can see the missile bay. They fold in and out just like a bomb bay would on a bomber aircraft. So that's awesome. It isn't always a good thing, though. On the plus side, it reduces drag because the missiles are mounted internally, so technically they're not causing any drag, they're just adding a bit of weight. The downside is, this being the rotary cannon, you can't shoot it while you have the missile bay deployed. So a lot of the time, because you can see it blocks it, a lot of the time I line up on a kill, I could get that kill, but I've forgotten I've left the missile bay open and I can't fire. That happens quite a lot in this aircraft, I'm not even joking. Now, I don't know why I fired a missile at that. I'm pretty sure in the actual game he wasn't dead. Like, his name was not black. So now we found ourselves a new target. One a bit faster, an F-105 Thunder Chief. Another one of the Century series. A plane that is similar in speed to our own, but you'll have to see if we can catch him or not. There is a fellow Super Sabre going after him as well. And here you're going to see the struggles of the missile. Like I said, it's within 10 kilometers. It's going, it's tracking the target. But it's just going to run out of steam. As you can see, it's slowing down and the Thunder Chief is already outspeeding it. So, yeah, these missiles are very, very unreliable. But, in my opinion, that's kind of how War Thunder gameplay should be. It's not fun if you have a missile that can just automatically kill anything. And once again, it's chasing it, and then the Thunder Chief is pulling away. These missiles are really, really short range, and it definitely holds them back. At the end of the day, the Delta Dart is an interceptor. It's designed to hunt down Soviet bombers, not necessarily chase down fighters, which is why a lot of its weaponry is quite sophisticated. So we have the throttle wide open now. We are actually gaining on the Thunder Chief, and I think he's realized, and there go our drop tanks, I think he's realized that he's not going to be able to outrun us anymore. And he's not going to be able to outturn us because the Thunder Chief is one heavy, heavy plane. He's going for the turn. He's going to give it a go. I'm actually going to switch from missiles to guns. Can I lead the target? Can I lead the target? Loop it round. Like I said, pretty good turning capability. Having to fold the missiles away in order to fire the gun. Chase him down. Quick burst of the Vulcan cannon and he is toast. And there is kill number 2. Not bad so far, considering I am normally, you know, getting no kills in this aircraft. But hey, we're doing okay so far. We're doing okay. The team, however, is not doing so okay. The last of our teammates has just been shot down by the Hawker Hunter, and all 3 of the enemies are near the enemy airbase. You have a Draken, Hunter, and another F-106. Well, at least I know where they are this time, so I'm going to head over to their airbase and see what happens. We've got to be careful for the base defenses because I don't want to get shot down by a SAM site. But we're going to see what we can find. So you can see I've actually turned the afterburner off for now because I'm trying to save fuel. Now that my drop tanks are gone, I'm on about 12 minutes of fuel, probably about 6 minutes because I have been burning the afterburner quite a lot. Now that noise was me just flying past. I believe it's the Draken on their team. I found their enemy Delta Dart on the runway. We're going in for a strafing run. And there you go. There's kill number 3. We're going to pull away before that Draken can catch us. Luckily, we are in a much faster aircraft. He is also somewhat of a Delta Wing aircraft. And definitely one better suited to dogfighting than me. So I'm going to have to use my speed to my advantage here. Now, the air-to-air missiles of the base are trying to get us, but they are just out of range. So we are, for now, we're safe. But like I said, we have limited fuel and we have limited ammo. We only have 329 cannon rounds left, which is enough to get us a couple kills, and we have 1 missile. Can we do anything with it, though? So the Draken is coming round. We're going to lose him in the cloud. And there he is. He's having a go, but we're going to outspeed him again. I can't dogfight a Draken. You just really can't stay in prolonged dogfights in this jet. Don't try it. It doesn't work. This Hunter, however, can I survive the head-on? Avoid his fire. He's trying to get out the way. We hit his tail with a critical hit. That's going to leave a mark. And now we're going to pull back towards our base area because, like I said, low on ammo and even lower on fuel. So we have quite limited options here. The Draken is giving chase, but, well, we are able to keep at distance. There was one of his missiles there. He's trying to have a go, but, well, the Delta Dart is just too fast for him. So there's nothing he can do for now. When you're low on options towards the end of an Air RB game, just because you can't kill the enemy planes doesn't mean you can't kill anything. Shooting at these ground targets can be a good way to earn yourself some free points. I mean, look at that. Didn't really cost us much ammo. We didn't really have to change our flight path. It's free points just killing those light tanks, and it is technically playing the objective. So, make yourself busy. It's always a way to earn points. And as you saw there, that was actually the cockpit view, and this plane was definitely not designed for strafing things on the ground because, well, you really can't see anything on the ground. You have a giant bar in the middle of your cockpit, which basically means you can't see what's directly in front of you. So, yeah. And here is another one of those AIs. Can I get him? It's a MiG-15. Can I splash him with the cannon? Yes, we can. Like I said, picking up 3 points while we're traveling. The J-35 is still determined to hunt us down, and here he is in the chat. I've turned the chat on so you can see it. Ben Yalir in the Draken is basically saying, don't be boring, come and fight me. And fair enough. It isn't very interesting when someone just runs away all the time, but you have to understand I am quite limited in my options. I'm low on fuel, and now I am actually very, very low on cannon ammunition. It's also not a dogfighter. The Draken is arguably not a dogfighter either, but it's a lot better at it than this plane is. I'm trying to tell him that, but yeah, he wants to play the game on his terms. So I'm like, fine, you know what? I'm hoping I can stall him out in a climb because this thing's rate of climb is much, much better. So yeah, he's fired at aim 9. I assume they're aim 9Bs. Oh god, it did actually hit us. I thought that was going to miss. And yeah, I'm forced into the turn, and you can see just how badly this thing turns. You know, it's a heavy, big aircraft, and he nearly gets to jump on me there with his cannons, but we're able to keep away from his line of sight. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? I've had a go at playing your game. I'm not going to win it, so I'm out of here. I am just out of here. I don't care what he says. We have to pull back. We are now very low on fuel, and now we have actually taken damage. You can't see it in the X-ray for some reason, but the fuselage was damaged at this point. So, yeah, he's basically complaining that I'm running. He's complaining, saying, what, you don't want to get killed by me? Fine, have it your way. I'm like, well, yeah, no, I don't. So, I'm out of here. What an absolute cornball. So, yeah, we're returning to base now. I do have a brief moment thinking I can hunt him down. This is almost a misplay, actually. I think I can hunt him down, maybe lock him with my last missile, but, you know, I've clearly lost sight of him in the cloud. He'd probably dodge the missile anyway. And now I'm about to hit bingo time for fuel. So, yeah, it's really time we ought to return to base at this point because, well, we are just out of fuel. We have, I think, about a minute of fuel at this point, maybe less. And the airbase is, well, thankfully not too far away. But yeah, we do not have a lot of fuel. So back to base for me. And we'll have to have a go in round 2. So at this point, as you can probably tell from the noise, we have actually just run out of fuel. Luckily, the airbase is just over there, so we can actually glide it in. But yeah, like I said, bit of a misplay. You got to watch your fuel in this thing. You got to watch your fuel in any plane with an afterburner. And yeah, we're going to have to glide it into this approach. Somewhat unceremonious. But we're doing well so far. 4 kills, albeit all with the cannon. We're yet to get a gun kill in this plane. I've probably had maybe 1 or 2 kills with the missiles. Most of them tend to be with the guns. So, yeah. And there you go. Air brake out. Landed on the ground. And any moment now you'll see the chute deploy. And there it is. Parachute is out. Wonderful stuff. And as you can see in the chat, Ben Yalir is back at it again, still complaining that I'm not going to fight the game on his terms. I'm trying to tell him, I'm an interceptor, I can't win a dogfight with you. And he's like, yeah, but we're both Delta Wings. That's not how it works. The freaking Avro Vulcan is a Delta Wing. I don't think it's going to win a dogfight with you. Seriously. And he's saying we can pull just as much. Yeah, but this thing bleeds speed like you wouldn't believe in a turn. Yes, I have a stronger engine, and maybe the turn time is initially better, but I have about 1 good turn in me before I'm dead meat. Fair play to him, he's a good player, but somewhat ruined by his douchebaggery and being an asshole throughout this match. Yeah, literally complaining that I'm not going to hand myself on a silver plate to him. What do you want me to do? I'm trying to win the game, he's trying to win the game, but his way of trying to win the game is asking me to die for him. It's not, where's your sense of sportsmanship? So we're going to try. Admittedly, I have sort of fallen for the taunt, so I am filled with rage at this point. We're trying to hunt him down. I can't actually remember where he is. But on the plus side, we have full fuel, we have full ammo. We have all 4 missiles. What could go wrong? While I wait for him to show up, though, it's time to get some more ground targets, because 3 kills, guys. 3 kills. So there you go. Quick burst. Does most of the damage to that truck. I'm surprised that didn't kill it, to be honest, but fair enough. And look who showed up. It's the Draken once again. He's probably rearmed. Actually, I don't really know if he has rearmed or not. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. There go our drop tanks. I want to shed some weight, and here comes one of his missiles. It's only an AIM-9B, so they're quite easy to dodge, but they have better range than my missiles, I think. So we're climbing, we're doing a repeat of what happened last time. Didn't go well for me last time, and here comes another missile. We're turning, and it hits me anyway, so there. Are you happy now, Mr. J35? Fair play to him. I believe this was his ace game. But somewhat ruined by the fact that he was a dick throughout the entire thing. So, yeah. Thanks, buddy. Now on for some other gameplay. So this time we're playing a game live, and we have been fully down tier to 8.3. So we'll have to see just how scary this plane can become when against subsonic jets. So in the last game, it showcased all the strengths and weaknesses of the plane. Strengths, it's really, really, really fast. One of the fastest planes at 9.3. Hell, it would give a lot of 10.0 planes a run for their money. It has quite a nifty gun. The missiles could be good, but we haven't found any success with them yet. It's not very great at dogfighting. Loses most of its speed in the turn. But it is really, really cool. Let's see if we can get those missiles hitting something this time around. Because, unlike other missiles, which can easily catch something, regardless of how fast it's going, well, with these ones, because they're such short range and they don't carry a lot of fuel at all, you don't only have to factor in how far away the enemy is, you have to factor in how fast the enemy is, because, well, when you're chasing something like a supersonic Thunder Chief, like in last game, they're just not going to do it. However, we're against many planes in this match which aren't supersonic, so we'll have to see just how successful we will be this time around. Okay, so all the action appears to have begun. There's many, many aircraft lower down, so now we've got to be like a vulture and prey on all of them. Not many supersonic aircraft in this match at all, by the looks of it, so we'll have to see if we can have any success of any kind. First of all, we have a Swedish Hunter going after an Alpha Jet. Now, can I catch him? Probably yes. Can I hit him with a missile, though? I want to try and actually get a missile kill. Right, we've opened the missile bay. We have locked onto the Hunter. I'm just hoping that Allies' flares are not going to deter him. I don't know why he keeps dropping flares. The Hunter isn't using any missiles, but alright, fine. We're switching to guns. And once again, the guns can prove way more reliable. Come on, we've got to get at least one missile kill this game. Okay, there's an Alpha Jet over there who looks like he's heading back to base. He might even be damaged. He's getting hunted down by that Sky Ray. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? The Sky Ray is going to catch him, definitely. That thing, it goes like a rocket as well. And he's launched a missile. The Alpha Jet's launched flares. And he's flat spun in a maneuver to avoid it. Oh dear. And there he goes. Fair enough. Well, let's go for one of these guys. We've got a CL-13 and a G-91. Neither of those have flares, so we should be fine. They both can't outrun my missile. Fingers crossed anyways. We'll have to see. Now, what's he going to do? He actually wants to dogfight me, so that's going to negate the use of my missiles. Okay, he's pulling back. He's going after our Skyhawk. Let's see if I can turn around, and you can see how much speed this bleeds in a turn. It is not good in prolonged dogfights. Right, let's see if I can lock a missile this time. And he's turning inside of me, so I can't really use them. Nope, that's not going to work. Come on. One missile kill. That's all I ask. Alright, the G91 is coming. Nearly stalled myself in that turn there. Come on. Alright, switching to guns again. And we've missed. Oh. Alright, there go our drop tanks. G91 coming in. Alright, CL-13 is down. G91 is running. Luckily, I am faster than these teammates, so I should be able to catch him. Please don't lock onto the Skyhawk. Go get him, my lovely little minion. It's probably not going to get him. That's too far away, and we're going too slow. Come on, catch him. Right, the G91 has gone for the evasive option. Can we catch him in the turn? Nope, not quite. Almost blacked out. I need to invest in a better crew for this. Where'd he go? Oh. Alright, the F-4D has given up. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to give chase. Surely I can catch a G91. In fact, I can catch a G91, and we're doing it already. Now, we'll have to see just how effective these missiles are. They are supposed to be able to pull up to 24 Gs. Okay, the G91 does get flares. I'll take it back. Oh, he's just ripped a flap. I'm sure he didn't mean to do that. Got a nice critical hit on his tail there. He's probably going to struggle with that. Will he die of his wounds? Will he die of his wounds? No, he won't die of his wounds. Must put him out of his misery then. Come on. Close the distance. Close the distance. Missile kill. He's about to land. And splash one. Finally. I mean, really unnecessary, but, well, it's a missile kill. It counts, alright? So the last guy is a MiG-17. I've just activated Order Blind Hunt, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to help me dealing with him. So it's up to us until that Skyhawk arrives, assuming he is going to help out. Now we have a little bit of ammo, a little bit of fuel, and one missile. Is it going to be enough to go after this MiG-17? Now MiG-17 can definitely out-dogfight me. But I can outshoot a MiG-17 apparently, and there is kill number 3 in the Delta Dart. Oh man, this plane is fun. It really is fun. So, new game, and it seems that we're in a 9.7 round this time around, so a bit more fair competition, not so many subsonic aircraft. We'll have to see how we do. At least our missiles will have an easier time tracking those afterburners, like, for example, that one down there, assuming that is an afterburner. That probably is. But who are we going to go for? We're going to turn off the afterburner so we actually have a bit of fuel left for the rest of this match. And see what we can find. I mean, the problem is a lot of these planes do have flares. The F-106 doesn't get flares, which is a bit of a downside. But again, it's an interceptor. It's not really designed to be being shot back at. So, yeah. Alright, first target, a Draken. Can we lock onto this Draken? Yes, we can. Fire one. Has he noticed? Yes, he has. He's dropped a flare. Put the missiles away. 1 second, of course, get the missiles back out again. Fire 2. Oh, is he going to notice? No, he's not. Yes, he is. Oh, come on. He left that one a bit late. Right, we're going to switch to guns. Light hits, big hits, big hits. He's going down. There's another gun kill. Oh, another Draken. Hello. Oh, wow. Wow, that exploded. Jesus. Okay, 2 Drakens. Alright, let's help this SU-25 out with the 106 here. Hopefully this SU-25's flares are going to help deter anyone behind me. Hopefully nab and assist. Yes, we can. Awesome. This is going very well indeed. Again, though, haven't really seen much of a showcase of these missiles. They always just miss. So, or just run out of range. So, yeah. It's not looking good for the enemy team, though. In fact, it's looking pretty bad. It's quite a curb stomp, this game. This poor Delta Dart over here has got to contend with many other Delta Darts in this fight survival, and he's going down. Yep, okay, good. Let's activate an order. Let's go with Order Avenger and see who else is still alive. You, sir. Another Delta Dart. Like I said, it's very popular at the moment. Everyone's willing to try out their new shiny jets that they've unlocked from the event. Like hell was I going to sell this thing. I don't know how expensive it's going to be on the marketplace. Maybe quite expensive because it's quite sought after. It's a plane that people have been highly requesting. So, yeah. Don't know why I'd want to sell it, though. It's the first interesting event vehicle that we've had in what feels like years. So, yeah. If you sell this thing, you have no taste. Alright, so he's obviously just going to get swarmed. Now, I could go after him. It looks like not many of our teammates have missiles left. And a Delta Dart doesn't carry flares, so we'll have to see how he likes my Aim 4 Super Falcon. There it goes. And it missed. Good. Okay, well, I've got another one, so let's see if we can actually get us a missile kill. We're going very, very fast. He's not outrunning us. Taste some of that one. Oh, is he going to dodge it? Is he going to dodge it? He is going to dodge it. Okay, well, no missile kill today, apparently. Can he dodge my bullets, though? No, he can't. That's severe damage on his engine. And a bit more on his wing for good measure. That looks like another one of our kills. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for the kill feed. Wait for the kill feed. And into the ground. And that is, once again, 3 kills in the Delta Dart. Oh, what an awesome aircraft. So the F-106, truly an awesome, awesome plane. I certainly have a lot to learn when it comes to this. I mean, I'm not very good at this tier of battle anyway, but yes, I do need to get used to the way this thing controls and maybe figure out a proper playstyle to make it work. And also figure out how to actually take advantage of its good missiles. They're meant to be good. A lot of people was, you know, quite scared of this thing coming to 9.3 when they saw it on paper, but so far, well, as you've seen, I haven't really had any success with the missiles. Fingers crossed that will change in the future. At the end of the day, this was more of a first look video than anything else. This is the F-106 and my gameplay of it within the first 24 hours. I would expect to see a lot more of the F-106 on the channel in the near future because, well, why wouldn't I take advantage of this plane that I worked hard to grind for, and it's a plane that I actually wanted. So again, hats off to War Thunder for actually adding something that A, isn't in the game already, and B, was highly requested, and C, is finally unique for the events. I mean, this is what an event vehicle should be. I mean, maybe this is a bit too mainstream to be an event. I mean, people would have been mad if, for example, the F-14 Tomcat was an event vehicle. So why this one is, don't really know, but at least it's unique, at least it's new, at least people wanted it. And that's what's important. So anyways, even though it wasn't spectacular gameplay, we saw some success. And yeah, I'm probably going to go back to playing this even more. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any tips and tricks to use for the F-106 for myself or any other players that have just unlocked theirs. I'm sure we could all use some advice. And I look forward to seeing some of the snazzy camos that come up for this in War Thunder Live. So yeah, fingers crossed next time you see me playing this vehicle, it will have a new skin on it. So yay, things to look forward to. Anyways, that's all we've got for today, so if you liked this video, do hit the like button, subscribe for more, check out other videos on the channel, hit the bell to stay notified, and of course, I'll catch you all in the next one.